Trump's immigration plan, which, while imperfect, would vastly improve our legal regime for admitting newcomers. It serves the national interest, avoids invidious discrimination, and ends an absurd system created by Teddy Kennedy in 1965, apparently on a bar napkin after his sixth shot of Jameson. In response, Acosta read a poem, The New Colossus, by Emma Lazarus. It's a wonderful poem, actually, but it's just a poem. You know, like 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. The words, give me you're tired, you're poor, and so forth, have exactly the same legal weight as now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. Miller responded by schooling Acosta on the poem itself. An educational smackdown so bad, it's a surprise James Madison University didn't call up Acosta, demanding its diploma back. And the liberal media erupted. It is true, some admitted, that the poem by Emma Lazarus was not part of the original Statue of Liberty. It's on a plaque that was put up later. And that its embrace of mass immigration had nothing whatsoever to do with the meaning of the statue itself. But it was wrong for Miller to know that. That fact is a favorite talking point of the alt-right, whatever that means in this context, since nothing has ever shown that Miller is a racist. So, while the late addition of the Emma Lazarus poem to the Statue of Liberty is a fact, it's a bad fact. The kind you're not supposed to know. It's up there with the suicide rates of post-op transgenders, the body parts trafficking of Planned Parenthood, the promiscuity of male homosexuals, and other examples of crime-think. Instead of that bad fact, the media would like to offer you some elevated emotions, the aw-shucks feeling that makes your throat catch when you read that lovely poem by Emma Lazarus, the wistful sense of gratitude that washes over you when you think of your immigrant ancestors. You flip through those sepia photos of them and wonder what it was like to go through life in a world of black and white. We kid, but not entirely. The world we inhabit is so radically different from that of our great-grandparents, it's hard to imagine that they actually lived in color. Our country has changed in crucial ways. When John Zemirick's maternal Irish ancestors left Cork, they were fleeing a hell on earth, a moonscape of dead potato plants littered with corpses, some of their mouths green from gnawing on grass for nourishment. They came in coffin ships to a New York City with no public welfare system and only volunteer firefighters, who were corrupt, violent, and Irish. People came half-starved, illiterate, many of them addicted to alcohol or accustomed to prostitution. The government didn't help them. It couldn't. They sank or swam, thrived or died. Only the Catholic Church offered material help, at the price of moral uplift. If a young girl stayed chaste, nuns would find her a job as a maid. If a young man stayed sober, some priest would call his cousin and find him a job as a policeman. Those who strayed were on their own. Many thousands sailed back home. Darwinian conditions continued among some families, particularly where drink was an issue. Zemirick's grandmother gave birth 11 times, at home. Only 5 of her children lived past the age of 3. His grandfather was an alcoholic and, alas, a taxi driver. Not the best work-life balance. But those were tougher times. Zemirick's paternal grandfather fled the war-torn Habsburg Empire in 1916. He hopped on a U.S. merchant marine ship during World War I and offered to serve on vessels being hunted by German U-boats. He came to Manhattan and worked the rest of his life shoveling coal into an engine on a tugboat. He could never hope to be a captain because his English was never that good. Today, his job would be illegal. It's too unhealthy. Zemirick's father served in World War II but scorned the GI Bill, seeking out, at his father's suggestion, one of the only jobs that had never dried up in the Great Depression: postman. So John Zemirick Sr.